Hey parkour nerds, welcome to Origins Parkour. Today we are going to break down 5 ways you can fail a precision jump.
Stick around to the end of the video where we're gonna do the opposite and teach you how to actually stick it. A precision jump is a skill in parkour in which you try to land on the edge of a surface and you try to hold it with control and balance.
Tip number 1, if you want to fail a stick, is make sure that you land on top of the wall that you're jumping to.
Because you're landing on top and not on the edge, you can ensure that there's nothing stopping you from moving forward.
If you're landing on top, there's only 2 things that can stop you from overshooting. 1 is make sure that you got the grippiest shoes in the game so that you stick to the top of that surface. 2, make sure that you really get an over-exaggerated arc that sends you up in the air and then you just land right on top. Nice.
Or what's more likely to happen on a powerful jump is when you go skiing, which is when both feet slide forward. Oh my God. Or you might stumble forward out of your land.
Hey Tom.
Yeah.
Come check this out. Huh?
What is that?
It's a leg. Another really great way that you can fail a precision jump is to point your toes at the landing so that you still really don't make contact with that edge.
All right, point your toes. Point your toes on this one. Yeah. Once again, if you avoid the edge, you can just rely on the grip of the surface or the shoes you're wearing and just roll the dice to see if you stay or not.
Another great way that you can mess up a landing and also probably your joints and your connective tissue is just make sure that you don't bend your knees, hips, or ankles as much as possible. Come on, use it. Use the prop, it's beautiful.
If you don't bend your knees in a landing, it's a good way to get an ankle thingy. Because remember, the force has to go somewhere, and if you don't bend it here, you're gonna bend it there.
Oh, ankle thingy strikes again. That was hurt. Do it again.
Next tip, make sure that after you land, you keep those heels up. Because remember, hitting those arches is a big no-no.
Yeah, because in parkour, we land on the ball of our foot. The rest of your foot here, not gonna help you.
Oh yeah.
When you keep those heels up, it's gonna push you really far forward. So you just gotta make sure that you got really, really good balance in this position.
Next tip, bounce backs. Total waste of time.
Why would you need to do a bounce back? You're either not gonna go for it or you're gonna make it. Not practicing bounce backs also means that I'm staying true to the other tips. If I never do bounce backs, it means I don't have to bend my knees a lot and I get to stay away from the edge. So now that you know how to fail a precision jump, we're gonna get into those same 5 points, but we're gonna invert them so that you know how to actually stick a landing.
Tip number 1, land on the edge of the wall. It's actually really important that you contact the edge because it helps stop you from continuing to move forward. That vertical surface of the edge really prevents you from continuing to go forward.
Pull your toes up at the edge so that you can actually make contact with the edge when you stick your precision.
Tip number 3, bend your knees. Now it sounds pretty obvious. Bending your knees obviously does help to reduce the impact that you take in your landing. But bending your knees will also help you settle into your landing so that if you're coming up a little bit short, compressing a little bit more is gonna help you stay on that edge.
Tip number 4, allow your heels to drop down after you land your precision jump. This is gonna make it way easier for you to sit in a balanced position to hold on for that stick. You can even try this just on flat ground by lifting your heels up and seeing what that feels like to balance, and then drop those heels down and notice how much easier it is to stay in place.
Tip number 5, definitely do practice bounce backs. Bounce backs are very important because they help you with learning how to land on the edge, which again will help stop you from your forward momentum. Bounce backs are also super valuable because it gives you more options for when you're going for a jump. If your only two options are land in front of the wall as a prep or send it all the way on top, then you're limiting the amount of information you can pull and you're not gonna be as confident going for the jump. So a bounce back unlocks more opportunities for covering the distance between the gap.
All right, that's it for today's video. Leave us a comment if you think there are any tips to fail that you think that we missed.
And if you like the video,
Share it to your Jimby friends.
And subscribe to our channel. We've got more great videos coming your way.